Even then, you think that.
Welcome to episode 65 of the 2 Minute Warning. We are not redoing, but doing another update, doing an update of our original MVP race, new MVP race in the NFL. Jay, who do you have?
You know,
who have you had changing?
We all, last video, I believe, had Aaron Rodgers. You might have had, Russell Wilson. You might have had Aaron Rodgers or no?
I
think we all had Russell Wilson. Either way, the dudes had 2 picks this game and then 3 picks another game. It might
5 picks in the last 2 games, I think.
Yeah. There might have been a break in between. It's 3 picks against the Cardinals, which is a tough loss, their first loss of the season, and 2 picks last week against the Bills. It really just goes to show those are the 2 most competitive games the Seahawks have played so far, and Russell Wilson's kind of cracked.
Yeah.
Which is hard for me to say because I love Russell Wilson. I think he's still, no matter what, I would take him over anyone in the league. But to say for this season, right now, the chains have changed, and Aaron Rodgers was a safe number 2, I felt like, but I think Mahomes is coming back up there. Aaron Rodgers hasn't really done much to lose it. Our last video did include his 2-pick loss against the Bucs, but we still gave him number 2, number 3 spot. But right now, I'm going to take Mahomes as a front runner, and that's my opinion so far.
I got Mahomes as a front runner too. Like you mentioned, I think Russell Wilson's really dropped in these rankings. One standout guy that had a stellar game last week against Russell Wilson, Josh Allen, might be pushing his way up in here. We don't know yet. I wanted to mention Tom Brady. He was having a pretty decent season with the Bucs, but then last game was just horrendous against the ancient Drew Brees.
Yeah, I mean,
so right now I got Patrick Mahomes.
Drew Brees.
Aaron Rodgers is still probably number 2. He's had a pretty quiet season, but he's maintained a good record.
Just quiet past couple games.
And Josh Allen might be sneaking up there, and Dalvin Cook, I've been seeing him do pretty good. So
yeah, I think if there's one non-quarterback position, I think Dalvin Cook, just based off these past 2 games, would probably win it. Based off of right now, I think overall the entire season, if you don't give it to a quarterback for whatever reason, I still take DK Metcalf. Just because even when Russell Wilson throws the picks, DK Metcalf still does his job. He still catches the ball. He still runs through everyone. And he still plays defense, apparently. Yeah. If you guys saw that Buda Baker chase down, that was a great play by DK. Right now, I'm sticking with Patrick Mahomes. And yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I got Mahomes in the top spot. We had Russell. I think Russell's only dropped to a 2 spot, but his turnover ratio has been really bad, and the turnover touchdown has been really bad in the last 2 games. So I'm going to have Mahomes. I'm drawing a blank. Mahomes, Wilson, Rodgers, still in that 3 spot. Rodgers kind of quieted down, but still a great quarterback, leading a good team, hopefully deep into the playoffs. And then I think, interesting you brought it up, I think that 4 spot might belong to Josh Allen at this point. He's held solid all season, lost 2 games to good teams in the Chiefs and the Titans. Only 2 losses, I believe, for them. Does that sound right? Yeah, only 2 losses to 2 top AFC teams for Josh Allen. Josh Allen's just a great young quarterback. I think I'm going to give him the 4 spot. And then, like I said, I think Dalvin Cook might be our only realistic hope for a non-quarterback.
And the last running back to last non-quarterback to win MVP was the Vikings running back, Adrian Peterson.
Or Derrick Henry, maybe you could make an argument. Yeah. He's definitely up in the top 6 or so, 7. But then that 5 spot, it's real tough to say now. I wanted to give it to Brady. I don't know what that last week's loss really does to that hope for Brady to be even in the talk for MVP.
How many picks did he throw?
3.
I think 3.
3 and a fumble, 4 turnovers in the game, no touchdowns. That really, I think, killed any hope for his MVP race. So again, Mahomes, Russell, Rodgers, Josh Allen, then probably Dalvin Cook. Is it worth talking about Ben Roethlisberger for the undefeated Steelers being in this conversation? I don't know.
In my opinion,
he's not having an MVP season. He's leading a top seed team, but I just don't.
Zero discredit, 0 bash on Big Ben. I love him and the Steelers. I think they'll be great in the AFC and give Patrick Mahomes and the Tennessee Titans a run for their money to the Super Bowl, and I mean also I guess the Ravens. But I think all of that to the Steelers front 7, the Steelers secondary, that entire Steelers defense is just shutting down teams, and I love Big Ben. He's doing his job on offense, keeping the ball, not turning it over.
And he's just being a leader, not necessarily a superstar. He's doing what he needs to do.
He's doing his job.
Right. He's just good for him. Yeah. And same question about Lamar Jackson.
I say no.
No.
He's not even in my question. In my opinion, Lamar had an amazing season last year, but in my opinion, MVP goes to the best guy in the league. You would take over anyone else, and in my eyes, I'm never taking Lamar Jackson, who I'm not discrediting. I do think he's a great player, but I'm never not going to take Patrick Mahomes or Russell Wilson over Lamar Jackson, who's just too unreliable and hasn't won a big game yet. Well, that's a lot of analytical look into it, and considering playoffs, what you're not supposed to do for MVP, that's just my opinion on it.
So I see you wrote down Kyler Murray. You think he's having a solid season? So far?
Last video, when our first update, my dark horse was Josh Allen, and like Carson said, he had those 2 tough losses. Everyone just kind of lost hope in him. Now he's back in it. Right now, my updated version is Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, Josh Allen number 3 due to that Russell Wilson win. The win over Russell Wilson. Aaron Rodgers 4. Number 5, Kyler Murray. He's my last dark horse. I think he would even maybe be number 4 if it wasn't for that Dolphins loss last week against Tua. While that wasn't really his fault, towards the end of that game, Zane Gonzalez missed a 50-yard field goal, not even due to accuracy, just didn't have the leg. So that wasn't any part of Kyler Murray. He still ran the ball. He ran all over Miami and did his job. But that's just a tough loss. You have to produce a win against a Miami team with a rookie at the second start of the year.
MVP would get a win in that game, but I do like Kyler Murray. He has been playing great football.
He's got a real good receiving core around him too. So I might go part of the credit for his playing is that you throw the ball anywhere in DeAndre Hopkins' area, he's gonna make a play on it.
Same goes there for Mahomes. Just top offense really ever. I don't even know. So yes, Kyler's a great player, but
I truly think if Kyler, in that division between Seattle, the Rams, and the Niners, which aren't much to talk about anymore, if Kyler could somehow win that division, he might win the MVP. Like we've seen in the past, second-year stars, Patrick Mahomes in his second year in the NFL won MVP, Lamar Jackson, second year in the NFL won MVP. Kyler Murray's turn, it's the second year, we'll see what he could do. He's top 5, he's a dark horse, I think he has the potential, but right now I'm giving it to Patrick Mahomes.
I'm going to have to agree with Mahomes.
I agree with that as well.
Alrighty, 2 in the morning.